Alright, let's get this show on the road. Why did my monitor move? I have no idea. Let's jump in here, get you on window. Mic is on. Alright, today I want to work on... what do we want to work on? We want to work on a stone pit. And I think I'm going to build it off of one of the mine bases. So it should have everything that we need. So I'm not gonna make any changes to it right now. Let's go File, Export. Where are we? Ricci Creek Placeables, Stone Pit. So I won't mess up my coal mine. Alright, so let's go to the Stone Pit. And let's pick this apart. Alright. Let's get a base to work on. And then let's get rid of some of the stuff we don't want. Do I want the tower? I'm going to leave the tower for now. I'm not sure if we're going to use it. But that can go, that can go, that can go. And then what do we have? Like one little electrical component. Should we keep it? Now let's start clean. Oh, I got something on my monitor. It's driving me nuts. Alright. Attachments. Now let's just get rid of it. Start clean. Now, this morning I was in the base game map and I pulled a few things out for build today. I want to build a stone processing plant today, and I want to build a stone pit today. So let's take a look and see what I pulled out of the base map, because I can't remember. This is the cereal factory. Zero that out. I think I'm going to use that for stone processing, so let's not grab that one. I think I want something simple for the stone pit. So let's grab the shack. I think I want the shack. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, just a plain simple shack. We're going to grab that one. So let's go File, Import, Desktop. Let's grab the shack. And then we'll go, let's zero it out. And I may take it down inside. Yeah, let's go down to 1, 1, and 1. Yeah, it's going to be much better. Just throw it there for now. And then what else did I grab? A couple silos. That one I'm saving for stone processing. Silo 2. So it's going to be Silo 2 or Silo 3. It may be Silo 2 for the stone pit. Let's take a look at Silo 3. Let's go with Silo 2. Alright, so let's come back here. Let's go File, Import, Silo 2. I might be able to make these work together. Let's see. So let's grab this guy. And throw it in there. And so the inputs will be on this side. That's fine. We could do a long skinny mod. Is it sitting on the ground? Bring it down a hair. Alright. So we still have our input triggers over here. Now if I use silo, this silo, why we have tires here, I have no idea. But I think it has its own spout. It does. Yeah, these tires are out of place. Alright, yeah, they need to go. Alright, so that means here, yeah, so what I'm going to do is we're going to take this guy. Let's get rid of it. Let's use this guy. Let's go edit, cut, and paste. Okay, yeah. Let's go. Are you up? Let's go minus 90. Make sure that's square. Are you square? You are. All right. Let's get this guy pulled over to here. Where does that put our ladder? Puts the ladder like right there. That'll work. That will work. So we're going to build one of these into the map. We're also going to make a placeable version. So let's put you right there. And let's do a quick save. Now our planter from yesterday. Where's our planter from yesterday? Yeah, but I'm going to have to fix this. I think we have to fix the plane as well. But let's work with this for now. Let's go File. I'm going to export it back out. I don't want to mess with that one. And let's call it Stone 01, just for the heck of it for now. Let's grab Stone 01. We have to change the texture. We need to grab. Alright, let's go back into the base game. Fill planes. I should have some stone or maybe gravel. No, we can use stone. Let's copy that over to here. And then let's change this to stone. I'll leave that open a second. So the Stone 01. Should now have a stone texture to it. It does. Now, do I have to fix the plane like I did yesterday? Yes, it's because it's minus 90. Let's see if I can freeze the transform. Edit. I need to freeze transform on just rotation. Awesome, so it's now zeroed out, 0, 0, 0. And save. So this is we're gonna work with this. I just want to open it up again and make sure there's no texture quality issues. We should be fine. So let's come back into here. Let's go File, Import, Stone 01. Let's go Edit, Cut, Paste. Let's go like 10 by 10. No, 5 by 5. No, I'm going to have to play around with the textures again. Now the stones are going to be too big since I upscaled this. Not that high, maybe 2. Stones are now look too big. Alright, so if we take this guy, yeah, not that I'm going to be able to, I don't think I'm going to be able to fix that. Let's just run with it. See what it looks like in game. Let's put you here. I may get rid of those. I'm not sure yet. Do I want... I think I want to flip this building. I do. Let's go minus 90. Get the door on the other side. Yeah, get rid of the door on this side. Alright, now let's do another side. I'm going to have to fix the texture path here in a second. But let's look at our triggers. So we still have our input trigger. We don't have to mess with that. Map position can go here. Storage can stay there. Alright, loading station has to come over here. And we're going to have to make it taller. I got to get this trigger lined up. Let's make that invisible for a second. Yeah, there we go. Let's get this guy lined up. Have to go a little bit taller. Something like that. See if that works when we get it in game. So loading station should be good. Unload station should be good. Info trigger is going to have to come out now. Let's put it like here. That'll work. Now we have our one spline there. We're going to have to move this spline now. For your AI. So about there. So the splines are done. Player trigger is going to have to come out a little bit now. And we have to put the node under the player trigger so they line up. Alright, so that's done up to there. So let's look at our lighting. Alright, so where's our first light? Okay, we need a light over here. This one needs to be moved over here to where we load. So let's throw it here. We grab that, Shift and C. So this guy has to go in the same spot, and then this guy has to go in the same spot. So there's one light there, and this light's going to have to come over here. So let me go Shift and C, Shift and V. Alright, so there's two lights in. So work on our clear area next. So let's get this guy down to size. Yep, alright, that looks about right. Now where is, so back to clear area. Alright, so start. We need to pull in to about there. Width. About there, and then height. To there. So clear area is done. Level area. Same thing. So you got to come into here. You've got to come into here. And you need to come in. To there. And then test area I don't mess with, tip of collision area I don't mess with, attachments, visuals. We should be good for the physical part of this mess. It has no sign, that's fine. Let's do a save. Oh, it's going to need a store photo. Crap. All right, let me get a store photo. How do I want to orientate this? Let's go this way. I need a store photo. All right, so let's take the plane for now. Let's make it invisible. I want to leave it there for a minute. Let me grab a screenshot here. Alright, so we're building this off of the coal mine. So let's go back to placeables. Let's copy that. And let's rename it Stone Pit. And then we need to take the stone pit. Let's close that. I'm done with that for now. Alright, so we need to take the stone pit. Now we need to make our new icon. So let's grab, where was it? Coal 2. Let's copy that. And let's make it Stone Pit. So it has to have a store icon. Alright, so let's just get a clean slate. But I want my icon back. So let's copy that, paste it back in. Alright, let's go pictures. Open with paint.net. Alright. Let's go 512 by 512. Hold on, I can shrink this down a little bit further. There we go. So let's go copy, paste. Let's get rid of some of the background. I'm not going to sit here and pick on every little part of it, but I don't like that. Alright, that'll work. So color picker, text. Oh, why am I not typing? What did I miss? Color picker yellow. There we go. Had no idea why I wasn't typing before. Stone pit. Let's save that. That'll be our store photo fixed. So let's go back into here. Alright, so this is going to be stone pit now. So if you don't like doing the stones in the fields, you'll have your own stone pit. So you could turn stones off and this will still work. So our image is now stone pit. Our i3D is stone pit. And then we should be good. So we are going to be stone. We're still going to do diesel and water, but we're not going to make coal, we're going to make stone. So I have to change, still input water, still input diesel, that hasn't changed. Output is going to go from coal to stone. And our storage is going to go from coal to stone. All of our i3D mapping should be the same because I didn't change anything. Let's throw this in, let's crank up the game and see if the stone pit, this will be the placeable version, and then we're going to build one into the map. But let's see if this stone pit is going to throw any errors or if it's going to spawn into the game. Oh, it's not going to spawn into the game because I didn't register it. Alright, can I get out of here? Close window. I can. I didn't register it. We have to go to mod description. We have to go, what's my XML? Stone pit. Or it's not going to show up in game. Alright, let's try that again. We have no new pallets, so I don't have to register any pallets because stone's already a product in the game. Let's use the same save game we were messing around with yesterday just to make sure it's going to work. I spent 4 hours off camera after the stream yesterday fixing the ice house to get it to accept the pallets. I rebuilt the triggers twice, I rebuilt the pallet twice, and then I finally figured out it was a problem with the XML for the pallet. So after I rebuilt the pallet XML, everything was fine. So our so before we mess around with the stone pit, let me get this guy out of the way because I was testing the ice house last night. So now if you bring the plastic over and drop it on the ground, it should take it. So let's spawn out. Oh, it's almost dark. Let's throw the stone pit down and we'll test both of them at the same time. So, well, can I get my stone pit to spawn in? No. Why? It's not showing up in the store. Why is it not showing up in the store? Should show up in the store. I haven't registered. Oh, I have to fix the texture though. Hold on. Let's try this again. Let's save this again. Close it. Let's go stone pit. I know there's one texture I have to fix. Yeah, this texture here. I gotta bring stone over. Let's come up here to textures. Let's come over here. Let's grab, nope, wrong one. Stone. Let's copy that over to here. And let's fix this texture path. Alright, that should fix the texture path. Now let's go look at the log and see why you didn't spawn in. Error, index not found. Missing trigger marker for placeable. Why? I didn't move any. Alua call 0.1 014 is not found. Why is 014 not found? Stone pit. Alright, so what number was it saying it can't find? 0, 1, and 4. 0, 1. You're 2. You're 3. Oh, 0, 1, and 4. No, 0. So back to 0. 0, 1. There is no 0, 1, and 4. Let's look at... what do we have defined as 0? None. Oh, that's the ice houses. No, I failed to... Note selling station. I was messing with the ice house last night. I changed up the... This may be the ice house throwing errors. Because I changed up the triggers in the ice house. Oh, I know why it's not showing up in this store. Let's come back to the stone pit. I need to turn this off. Can be sold in show in store. Because I don't want you buying the mines. Or selling the mines, like the coal mine, the sand mine, the ore mine. So let's fix our ice house now. That it's throwing errors. So our ice house, let's open up the ice house. I spent like 4 hours working on the ice house last night, trying to get the triggers working. I ended up rebuilding the triggers like 4 times. So it's telling me it's not finding 0, 1. Zero, 1, 2, 3. No, 0, 1. 0, 1, 2. Okay, why? Where's the ice house? Why don't I see it? Control C, Control Find, Control V. Right there, AI unloading spline. AI unloading spline 014, because you are now 0, 1, and 2. Alright, you should be 0, 1, and 2. See if it takes care of that error for the ice house. Alright, let's see if that takes care of the trigger for the ice house, and let's see if the ice house, or the stone pit I can buy now in this store. We'll make placeable versions, and we'll make non-placeable versions that are built into the map. Let's try this again. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check the log and see if we got rid of the error with the ice house. Marker unloading. No, ice house is still throwing an error. Let's see if we can. If there's only one error left, let's see if we can't iron that out. I'll said it yesterday 100 times. I'll say it again today. I hate the factory script for 22. I'd much rather work with Global Company from 19. Marker unloading. Index not found. It's the only one it's throwing in. That's the only one it's throwing. So index not found. Marker unloading. Marker unloading. Let's go back here. Control C. Control F. Find me marker unloading right there. Okay, so we need the icon for marker unloading. So we have no marker unloading apparently. Let's pull the ice house back up. So where's it supposed to be? So we have marker unloading. Okay, so we don't have it, and we don't have it registered. So where's the ice house? Let me put a plane down so I know what I'm working on. This ice house gave me so much trouble yesterday, and it's still giving me trouble. So we need a marker unloading, which is here. So let's create I need a transform group. Create a transform group. I'm losing my mind. Let's go edit, cut, and paste. And we'll throw you right there. So you're going to be my marker unloading. Alright, so our marker unloading, I think I have to register it. Let me look at something else as well. So do I have a marker unloading registered down below in the i3D? I do. So let's grab this guy from here, move it over to here, and now let's grab this guy and move it to here. and save it. So that should take care of the ice house error. So let's get rid of the plane. Let's save that. Hopefully we're error free this time. We can finally test the stone pit. Oh, hold on. What did I do? Career, save game 6. Yes. Deselect, select all, start. The problem was late last night about 1 a.m. I couldn't sleep and I rebuilt the triggers for the ice house, and I guess I didn't i3D map it properly. But let's make sure that got rid of all of our errors first. Now, still having issues with our freaking markers in the ice house. I'm about ready to blow this ice house apart, completely rebuild it. So what errors is it throwing now? Marker unloading. What did we fix? Marker loading, right? What did we just fix? Marker loading. So now we need a marker unloading. Okay, do we have a marker unloading? So let's grab this command from here. Let's throw it over to here. Let's save that a second. Let's open the ice house back up. It's going to be one of those days where it takes 6 tries to get something working right the first time. Alright, so now we have no marker unloading because there's pallets. We don't need a marker unloading. So let's come back to here. Let's get rid of this. And I don't need a marker unloading. We don't need a marker unloading. I'm going to get rid of that. You should be marker loading. You should be marker loading. But it's a different icon. Marker loading. Let's grab this and move it to here. And then let's get rid of marker. Let's get rid of the space. Get rid of marker unloading. So we have no unloading because it's pallets. But we do have a loading. So that should, I'm hoping that fixes it. This ice house has been like super frustrating. So we need the ice cubes for fish processing. So, but today, the goal today is to get the stone pit working, get the stone processing working, and then I want to get the oil wells built into the map. I want to get stone processing built into the map. I want to get stone pit built into the map. Plus, you'll have placeable versions to put more down. And then we can possibly finish that one square on the map today or tomorrow. Please tell me the log is now error-free. Marker on, you know, I'm just getting rid of the markers. I'm done with it. I hate this freaking ice house. I'm getting rid of all the markers. I'm not messing with it. You won't have any glowing icons with the ice house because I'm done with it. Marker loading, delete. Marker loading, delete. You should only have the player marker now. It's going to be one of those days where I should have stayed in bed. I only got like 3 hours of sleep last night. Because those sack pallets were driving me crazy for like 4 hours yesterday. Alright, tell me we have no marker errors now. Still have an error with the freaking ice house. Why? Shouldn't have any more markers. Let's close the game again. I'm about ready to delete the whole ice house and completely rebuild it. I shouldn't need the markers. Let's come all the way up top. Control find marker. Marker unloading hotspot for the map position. Alright, marker unloading for the map position. Marker unloading for the map position. So let's copy. Let's go back to. Let's open up the stone pit a second. Let's completely copy marker unloading. Alright, so where do you have marker unloading? You have marker unloading. But see, we don't have unloading on the ice house because it's pallets. We are not loading bulk. I don't need marker unloading. I wonder if we could change it to marker loading instead. Oh, that's marker loading. Hold on. Where's marker? Which one? Marker unloading. Your marker loading. Marker unloading over here. Okay, so I need to copy marker unloading where we drop our product off. Let's go back to the ice house. If this doesn't work, I'm going to completely delete it and rebuild it off camera tonight because it's pissing me off. Alright, so we should have marker unloading right there. It's right where it should be. Unless it has to be in that transform group. No, because we don't have, we're pallet spawners. It shouldn't matter. Let's move it up here anyway. So let's go edit, cut, and paste. Let's throw it up here. So that's marker unloading. So hotspot, map position, marker unloading. Ice house. Hotspot, map position, marker unloading. All right, let's go back here. Marker unloading. So I need one here. So let's grab this guy. Let's move it over to here. Where was it? It's in trigger markers. So let's go down to trigger markers. And let's put that back. So marker unloading. So that matches the stone pit identical. And then we need marker unloading. We should have an i3D. We do. Let's grab this guy. Let's move it down to here. And then our i3D mapping should be here. Move it here. So if I go marker unloading, we have our I3D, we have our trigger marker, we have our hotspot. So our ice house should now match our stone pit, which we have marker unloading, trigger icon, hotspot. Everything should match now. So let's save that, close it. Let's close the stone pit. And if it throws an error this time, I'm deleting the ice house and rebuilding it off camera tonight. Which means we can't work on fish processing today because we won't have ice. Alright, what are my chances of a no error? Slim to none. Oh. Hey, finally got the errors out of the ice house. I only took 6 tries. And let us rejoice. Alright, so that's all the errors. So we are now back to being completely error-free. So now we can actually test the damn stone pit. Alright, is the stone pit going to show up this time? Production. Do I have a stone pit? I do. And I gotta get... Why does it have the plane? Oh, really? Why do you have a weird plane? Something's not right. Alright, why do you have a weird plane? See, I told you nothing's going to go right the first time today. It's going to be one of those days where it takes 6 tries to get it right the first time. Stone. Oh, I know why. I turned it invisible and forgot to delete it when I made the photo. So the plane we have to delete and save. Alright, that should be an easy fix. It's going to be it's going to be I need a beer day instead of I need a fresh cup of coffee day. So when I throw my Be Right Back screen on, I'll be right in the liquor cabinet. Alright, let's try that again. We have enough cash, we have enough cash. Alright, let's try the stone pit again. Eventually, once I get the placeable one working, then we can build them into the map. There we go. And the clear area and the level area is messed up. It is. So we've got the clear area, level area messed up. I told you it's going to be one of those days where it takes 6 tries to get it right the first time. One of the clear area level areas has got to be messed up. Is it throwing any errors, first of all? Let's go back to the log. Okay, so it's not throwing any errors. So that means the clear area level area's got to be messed up. So open up the stone pit again. And let's create our plane so I know where I'm sitting on the ground. And let's try our start width and height again. But I'm going to open up something I know that works well. Let's open up the oil well for a minute. I want to see where my start width and height is. So if I go clear area, alright, so start is to the left, width is to the right, and height is straight up. Let's come over to here. So if we come into here, we go clear, you need to be to the left. You need to be to the right, so you're messed up. That's where my height needs to go. My width needs to go over here. We have to redo our we got to redo this a minute. Let's get our a little bit bigger. Shift it over this way a little bit. Oh, I made it too small. Let's bring it out a little bit further. Alright, so start should be to my left. So start should be there. Width has to go over here. And then height should be straight up on this side. And then our level area, start has to be there, width has to be over here. And then our height has to be over here. This should fix it. So let's get rid of the plane and let's save that. That should now spawn in. Oh, hold on. I want to also change it to dirt instead of asphalt. I want to make you dirt. Alright, let's try that again. I got rid of the universal tank pack that was throwing errors and it wouldn't work. I found a different truck. I've got to reach out to the mod author to see if we can use it. Alright, can I get a working stone pit this time? And is it going to spawn in properly? It is. We have our dirt where it should be. Perfect. Okay, so that marker has to come down. So I've got one floating marker. That's an easy fix. So we're going to input diesel and water. We're going to get stone. So only thing I have to do is fix the markers. Let's grab our truck. And let's grab some water and diesel. And let's get it over here. So if you want to turn stones off and not get them out of the field, you'll be able to get them out of this factory. Let's get water in here. That should be good for testing. Let's get some diesel in here. Pappy Doo, hello, a little old hello from France, and thank you for everything you do. Thank you very much for stopping in, much appreciated. Alright, so stone pit. Where's my marker? Let's activate it. So we should be getting stones. We'll check on that in a minute. I also want to double check our ice house to make sure it's not going to throw any more errors. It should be fine. Let's speed up time so I can get one more sack pallet out at our mill. Let me speed up time a little bit. Pop out another pallet of sacks right there. So empty sacks. So bring plastic to the mill, you're going to get empty sacks. And then we should take the sacks. I should not have to raise them up off the ground now. I should be able to just drop them on the ground into the trigger. So let's grab our sacks and let's double test that trigger. 'Cause I messed with it for about 4 hours last night at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Thank you for the bits, much appreciated. Thank you very much. Alright, let's drop it on the ground because I want to push it into the trigger. So let's push this into the trigger and then it should unload. Perfect. So I got that trigger fixed. The ice house is now fixed. And it's going to make our ice cubes. So and then we should be able to spawn out our ice cubes. Oh, it doesn't have any, so let's activate that so we get some ice cubes for later when we test fishing. We should have some stones. Let's speed up time a little bit again. Just so we can test the trigger. And let's grab, do I have any trailers? I don't. Let's grab a trailer. Where's my store delivery mod? Let's just move my store delivery mod. Let's grab a trailer, make sure we can unload stones. We can call this part done. Now we can go work, then we can move on to stone processing. So where's this guy? Oh, see, we're getting ice cubes already. So here's what our ice cubes look like. So these will be our pallets of ice cubes. That we need for fish processing. We should have stones now. The only thing I got to do is lower the marker. Let me turn my F1 back on because I took it off for some screenshots. Am I not getting a start to fill? I'm not getting a start to fill. Why? Because the trigger's probably too high. Yeah, we got to lower that trigger. Alright, let's do a save. Just got to lower we got to lower the trigger. Which I knew I raised it up too high. But it's all good. Let's go back to Stone Pit. Let me just put my plane back so I have something to work on and I know where my ground is. Alright, let's mess around with this trigger. This trigger is now way too high. So let's take it back to its original size, which is 1. And then let me bring it down so it's touching the ground. And then the only thing I got to do is, so where's the trigger marker now? It's -4. Now it's below the ground. So let's go edit, interactive placement. Bam, let's, oh, now it's -5. Hold on. Let me undo that. Put it back where it was. Let me take you to 0. Okay, so 0 is going to be under the ground. Alright, so that's not going to work. Where does that put my markers? That puts my marker still below the ground, I think. Let's throw our marker there. No, let me undo that. Let me take this guy to 0. Let's take this guy and pull it up to 0. Nope, that's still not going to work. But where does that put my marker? Way the hell where it's not supposed to be. Alright, so these are my triggers. So there's my unloading trigger, my discharge node. The problem is this thing is so damn tall. Can I pull this down at all? I can't. Can I pull? No, it's all 1i 3D. I can't pull it down. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Alright, we're going to go back to, let me do a save. Let's go File, Import. I want to bring the coal mine in. Documents, My Games. That trigger's going to, if I don't rebuild the trigger right now, it's just going to make me more angry today. Let's bring the coal mine in. So I know the coal mine has the correct height. I'm going to grab this guy, and I'm going to go edit, cut, and paste. Let's bring this guy over here. And I know I can line this up the way I want it. It's going to look a little funky, but I'll make it work. I don't want to push it into the, yeah, I don't want to push it into the building any further than that. I can widen it up a little bit, I think. Yeah, we can widen it up a little bit. Let's go to, what scale was that? Z. Let's go to 1. Let's go to 1. Let's just take it to 1, 1, and 1 and put it back to its normal size. Alright, so let's now, since this marker's been all messed up, is it loading or is it unloading? So our loading station has been all messed up. So I'm going to take the loading station out of the coal mine. And we're going to go edit, cut, and paste. And I'm going to move it up. and I'm going to take the old one, I'm going to delete it out. We're going to use the new one. Let's take our coal mine, delete it out because we're done with it. Now let's take our, what was it, loading or unloading? Unloading. So let's take our unloading station. We should be at the right height now. And let's get it lined up. And then we could take this guy. I believe I could pull him up a little bit higher. Yeah. And then all of our I3 mapping should be the same, but let's double check it. So if we go to our loading station for the stone pit, loading station is 0 and 2. So our loading station, so we need to double check everything 0 and 2. So our marker, alright, loading trigger is 02000. Yeah, so none of these have changed. These should all be in the same exact spot. So let's get rid of the plane and let's save that. And let's go back in and see if our unload works. Triggers were so much easier in 19 than they are in 22. Everything seems to be easier in 19 than they are in 22. Alright, so where is my tractor? Alright, now I'm going to pull around and let's see if we can get an unload this time. Now that marker is a little bit too low, so we're going to have to pull that marker up a little bit. Am I going to get an unload? I am. Awesome. Or I'm going to start filling. Perfect. So we have stones. So if you don't want to do stones in your field, so if you want to turn stones off when you're plowing, we'll have stones for the stone processing plant. So the only thing I'm going to do is I want to pull this marker off the ground a little bit. And our stone pit should now be good. I'm going to check the log, make sure we have no errors. Let me check the log first, just to be sure. We're still error-free before we move on to the next factory. And we are. So let's just pull that up a little bit. Our trigger marker. So if we go to our silo, our loading station, and our marker, I just want to pull that up so it's not sitting on the ground, just a little bit. Alright. Save that. Alright, after all that trouble, we finally have a working stone pit. Now, we need to work on a stone processing plant so we can get our limestone, our gypsum, calcium carbonate, and all that good stuff. I'm going to need, let me think, I'm going to need a pallet spawner and I'm going to need a loading station. I'm going to need a pallet spawner and a loading station. So what base do I want to build it on? I want to build it off the Mammoth Mill. So let's open up Mammoth Mill. I want to use this base. I'm going to use this base. We're going to go File, Export, Stone Processing. And I'm going to delete that one out because I don't want to mess up my mill. Let's go down to Stone Processing. And now let's get a plane to work on. Alright, now we can get rid of sawmill hall can go. I need to keep the pallet spawners. Actually, hold on. Which is, let me throw an empty transform group in there because it's gonna mess up my i3D mapping. So let me go edit, cut, and paste. If I delete, so let me move this up. Let me move this up. So when I delete this, I have an empty transform group in its place, and my pallet spawners, I don't have to remap the i3D. That I'm going to keep. The grate we're going to keep. The sign, we'll have to redo the sign. Coal bin. Do I want to repurpose these? We're putting stone in. We're putting water in. We'll put diesel in, and we'll get our crushed product. So I'm not going to reuse these. So let's get rid of those. Crap. This is going to completely mess up my i3D mapping. We're going to have to completely redo the i3D mapping anyway. So let me get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let me get rid of this empty transform group now because we have to re-i3D map everything. What do I have left over here? This visual. Let's just delete the attachment since we're getting rid of everything. So this gives us a blank base to work on. Alright, so what do I want to use for stone processing? What was building 1? I can't remember. I think this is the one I wanted to use for stone processing. I pulled a couple things out of the base map this morning. Yeah, I want to use part of this for stone processing. So let's go File, Import, Desktop, Building 1. Let's go 0, 0. Edit, cut, visuals, paste. Alright, so that's going to get us our main building for stone processing. And I'm probably going to have to pull it up a little bit. Yeah, so let's get, that's going to be our main building for stone processing. It's dead center, so 0, 0. I'm probably going to pull it forward so we have, because our pallet spawners are way out here. So let's pull it forward a bit. And I'll have to move our triggers, unless I offset it. Let's offset, I want to mess with our loading triggers. So our pallets will spawn here. And then we still have to pick up our bulk, which will be back here. So we'll move this guy. So we'll pick up our bulk. Now that's going to be in the way. I'm going to get rid of that sign. Before I put that in place, I do want to take it back to 1, 1, and 1 back to its original size. I want to import, let's fix it first. Hold on. Let's save that. Let's come over to here on our desktop. I want to use the silo, but we have to fix the textures. Because everything we need is going to be just white. So I need, because our lime is white, our calcium carbonate is white, our other products are just pure white. So I need to take this guy and make it fill type. I think lime will change them all back to just plain white. Let's save that. Let's close it. And let's try and open it again. So they should be all white. Perfect. So that's going to be our textures. Let's go back here. Let's go File, Import, Silo. And let's go 0, 0, 0 for now. And you're going to be way too small, so we're going to have to scale you up, but that's all right. Let's go Edit, Cut, Visuals, Paste. Let's get you turned -90. And let's start bringing you up a little bit. Let's get this guy out of the way a second. Let's get our silo in here. Oh, stop. Is it sitting on the ground or is it floating? It is floating. Let's get it back on the ground. It's going to be our silos. A little bit wide. A little bit wide. That's alright. I'll deal with it being a little bit wide. So now we'll take this guy, because we need to load product into a trailer. How do I want to try and hook him in? Right in here, possibly. If I make him just a hair shorter, bring him down. That should actually, let me take him back to 1 a second. Let's bring him back up. And then that should tie. No, I'm going to have to bring him down a little bit. Let's go 0.95. Alright, cool. And that's going to tie in right where I want it. So that should tie in like right here. Perfect. So we're going to put our marker, we're going to unload our truck right there. So this should be the basics done. Alright, let's get our factory, let's get our plane shrunken down. Too small. Yeah, a little bit too small. Alright, so let's go through our, that's going to be the size of our factory. So let's start, let me do a quick save. Alright, silo. So let's look at our map position. Let's get that pulled out. Storage can stay where it is. Loading station. You no longer need to be invisible. You can stay visible. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Alright, so you need to get moved over here, where we can unload our lime and our gypsum and all of our good stuff. Limestone. Alright, so you can stay there. So that takes care of that guy. Loading station we didn't move, so that can stay there. Info trigger. Let's get you pulled out. Make you a little bit longer. So there's our info trigger. That's done. That loading spline is fine. This loading spline has to get moved to AI spline. Over to here. Alright, so the AI spline should be good. Player trigger. Let's leave it there because, well, if I leave that there, let's move our info trigger then over to here. Oh my goodness, my sinuses are killing me today. So player trigger we didn't move. Player trigger marker's fine. So we need to fix our lights now. Alright, so where's the first one? Okay, so that's not going to work. So let's get it over here where we unload. I'm going to move it up here a little bit. Let's go edit, interactive placement. Let's throw it there. Shift and C. Now this guy has to go in the same position. So Shift and V, and then this guy has to go in the same position. Shift and V. So there's going to be one light there for loading. And let's get our second light over here for unloading. Let's throw that guy there. And let's go Shift and C. Shift and V. Shift and V. So there's our second light. Done. Alright, clear area. Start. You've got to come over this way. Start. Width should be on this side. And it is. And then height should be up here. Let's get you pulled out past the pallet spawners. Alright, so clear area is done. Level area. Let's get you on the corner. Or start our width. And our height. Should go there. Alright. Level area is done. Test area don't mess with. Occlusion area don't mess with. Visuals are done. Palette spawners we didn't move, so they should be fine. Let's save that. That should be the basic factory built. Now we got to work on the XML and the picture. So let's get a screenshot for the store photo. So let me take the plane, make it invisible for a second, and let me get a screenshot that I can work with. And let's turn that back visible. Now this cube I don't need either, so that can go. Alright, so that is going to be our base for stone processing. What did we build it off of? We built it off of Mammoth Mill. So let's grab that XML and rename it Stone Processing. And we got to take our icon, Mammoth Mill. Let's copy that, rename it Stone Processing. And then we have to redo it. I want to get rid of, let's cut that out, and we'll cut that out so we have a clean slate. Let's go to pictures. Let's open this guy up. Alright, now I can make this a little bit smaller, easier to work with. And then 512, just so I get it close to size. Alright, copy, paste. Let's pull you. Actually, let's shrink the top down a little bit. Alright, that works. Let's go. This is going to be stone processing. So we have to bring the font down. Even smaller. Where do I want it? Let's go like 44. You too big? You're a little bit too big. Let's go 40. Alright, stone processing. Let's save that. So we have our store photo. Store photo, Sassy1, good morning. Store photo is done for stone processing. So let's work with our XML. So stone processing, our function. It's going to be stone processing. Our photo we just fixed is going to be stone processing. And then our I3D should also be stone processing. Let me make sure it is the same. Oh, capital P. Stone processing. Okay, so we're good up to here. Now, first one up, lime. And then this can go to lime. So we're going to input stone. And we're going to also want some diesel. And just for the heck of it, I'm going to throw some water in there. Water. I'm not going to make it put a lot in. And then our output, our first output is going to be lime. Our second output, I believe, is gold. Control, find, gold. And the gold is going to be on a pallet. So our second output is going to be gold. Why are our cycles per hour like way too low? So that means our cycles per hour, oh, I know why. Because I didn't want a lot of boards. Alright, so our first production line is going to make lime. We're going to take stone. Let's bring that down a bit. We're going to take stone, a little bit of diesel, a little bit of water, and we're going to turn it into lime and gold. Now our second, let's go back to my fill types. Fill types, fill types, fill types, where are you hiding? Fish processing, okay, mammoth mill we're done with, I can close that. Ice house we're finally done with. Stone pit we're finally done with. Silo I am done with. Fish processing we're still working on. Fish works, okay, we're still working there, we're still working there. Let me go down to bulk. Alright, wheat, barley, sunflower, seeds, straw, fertilizer, we're not making out of stone. Alright, limestone, gypsum, calcium carbonate. So the next one is going to be limestone. So I'm actually going to take this guy. Let's copy it. Let's move it here. And let's just change it to limestone. Limestone, 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 and a little bit of gold. Now our next one is going to be gypsum. Let's copy this again. Let's move it here. And you are going to be gypsum. You're going to be gypsum. And you are going to be gypsum. And then we need one more production point. Calcium, C carbonate. Let me copy that, drop it here. And then what is its lowercase equivalent of? So I've got to find it up here. It's written out. Alright, so let's move this to here and to here. Alright, so we should have our stone to lime, stone to limestone, stone to gypsum, and stone to calcium carbonate. So eventually we have a soda factory or a beer down the road. Alright, so now we need to change this to stone, water, and diesel. Those are our inputs. We have to take our discharge, and we have lime, limestone, gypsum, and calcium carbonate. Our gold is going to be on a pallet. So we have our pallet spawner. The only thing I need to do now is get rid of the wood trigger. I have to get rid of the wood trigger if we only need the exact fill root node. So we're not putting logs in here. So the wood trigger has to go. And then the wood trigger down here has to go. There's a couple things we've changed. So let's come up here. Where's my wood trigger? So we built this off of the mill. Maybe we don't have the wood trigger in here. We should have just the exact fill root node. So we have just the exact fill root node. Wood trigger should have already been taken out, so there shouldn't be any wood trigger in there. So we're going to use just the exact fill root node. And we have our pipe to pick up our lime, limestone, gypsum, calcium carbonate. So now we have to change all of this up. Stone. Water. Diesel. Diesel. And then we have to put our outputs in, which is lime, limestone, gypsum. We have to store calcium carbonate, and we have to store gold, but I need to get rid of our fill planes. We're not using them. Let me get rid of them here. Let me get rid of them here. We have to add gold. I want a little bit of gold. And then gold is going to spot out on pallets. We don't need that much. That should be fine. Alright, so our stone, where are we at? Let's change that to 1,000,000 liters. Let's change water to 1,000,000. Diesel, we only need 50,000. Lime can stay at 1,000,000. Limestone can stay at 1,000,000, 1,000,000, 1,000,000, and gold. Alright. We have to redo all of our i3D mapping because I completely messed it up when we rebuilt this factory. So, map position. Map position is 0, 0, so that didn't change. Storage should not have changed. That should be 0, 1. Loading trigger 0, 2, 0, 0. So none of our 0, 2s have changed. Marker loading. Yeah, none of our 2s have changed. So if we go to 3, exact fill row 0, 3, 0. Come on. So yeah, so none of our 3s have changed. So they should be all good. Info trigger should be 0 and 4, and it is. Spline 0506, 0506, they didn't change. Player trigger 07, trigger marker 08. Lights I shouldn't have to mess with. Alright, so clear area. Clear area is now 2. Oh, so that didn't change either. 0 and 2. So our clear area is fine. Level area should be 3. So that didn't change. Test area is 4. Tip occlusion is 5. Lights should be 1. So they didn't change. Palette spawner changed. I know that did. It's going to be 7. So this should go to 7. This has to go to 7. Oh, come on. And then this has to go to 7. Let's just double check this. So our start is going to be 0700, 07. Oh, I did mess that up. 0700. Let's try that again. Palette spawner is going to be just 7. Alright. Start is, nope, just 7 and 0. I thought I had it right. So it's just 7 and 0. And then our warning stripe 7, 1. Alright, so our i3D mapping should be done. Our factory should be done. Let's get rid of the plane. Let's save that. Let's close it. Let's come over here, make sure, let's go stone processing, that we have no texture errors. Yeah, we do. Alright, let's fix our textures. So let's come over to here. Textures. Alright, so what do I need? Stone processing textures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need all of these. Let's copy those over to here. These are now lowercase t. Just textures. Lowercase t. Lowercase. And so let's save that. That should fix all of our textures. So let's open it up again, make sure it's not throwing any errors. So if we have stone processing, it looks like it's error-free so far. Alright, so we have just double check, make sure I don't mess anything up. So we're going to have stone water diesel, lime limestone, gypsum, calcium carbonate, gold. We have to store all that here. We have our exact fill route to put our stone water and diesel in. We have our discharge node to pick up our lime, limestone, gypsum, calcium carbonate. We have our pallet spawner for gold. Let's double check the gold pallet, make sure it's registered. Let's just go back to find gold. Alright, so gold. So I need a pallet, gold pallet, XML registered. Store items. Do I have gold registered? Gold pallet. So I have my gold pallet registered. So that's the first one. And then I need to register stone processing in mod description. So we need stone processing, or the game won't recognize it. We haven't named the map yet. It's still blank 4x, but it's all good. And I don't have a picture for the map yet, but that's all good. I think we're ready to test stone processing. Let me just make sure I don't have the command in here not to buy it. And we're good. Let's test stone processing and see if we got it right the first time, or if it's going to take 6 tries to get the errors out. Alright, we're going to use same game 6 because that's what we've been using. It should work with an existing save. Now, once we do some work in the map, it's going to trash the save. Once I go into the map and start putting more placeables down and building everything back in, we're going to have to trash the save and start over. But I should have, let's make sure the log is error free. First of all. So far no errors. Let's come over here. And where's our stone pit? Our stone pit is right here where we have our stones. Perfect. So let's come over here. We should now be able to put stone processing down. Awesome. I want to change that to dirt, I think. But we should now have stone oh, I didn't register the fill planes. We got to register the fill planes. I didn't put the fill planes in. I knew I should have left the fill planes in there for a reason. Alright, let's come back here to mess around with this again. Let's get their fill planes registered. Come over here. Alright. So let me open up the Mammoth Mill again, so I want to pull some commands out of there. Let's come down here and let's grab our fill planes. I knew I should have left these in here. I'm going to need 4 of them. Let's just grab 1 for now. And let's bring it over to here. I knew I should have left these in here. Alright, you are going to be lime. You are going to be limestone. But you need to be number 2. You need to be gypsum. You need to be number 3. And you need to be calcium carbonate. and you need to be number 4. We have to set our X and Y. But I'm also going to need these guys moved over to here. And I'm also going to need a number 4. Alright. And then we have to I3D map them as well. So let's work on our height first. Where did I put it? Visuals, silo, grain plane. Alright, let's get that's going to be our high position. So high position is going to be 11. So our high position is going to be 11. Our low position is going to be, let's call it minus 9.3. So you're going to be minus 9.3. Minus 9.3. 11. Minus 9.3 minus 9.3 11. So those are our heights for our limestone gypsum calcium carbonate I3D map. So the first one is this number. Our second one is this number. Our third one is that number, and our fourth one is this number. Alright, so that should have our planes working. Alright, let's try that again. Let's jump back in here. Oops, yeah. I knew I should have left them in there for a reason. I was getting ahead of myself. Alright, let's see if we can get it working with our existing save. And then after we get this tested, I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break and grab a fresh cup of coffee. Hit the little boy's room. Alright, so let's head back to our stone pit. I got to turn the sounds down on the oil well. They're driving me nuts. They're way too high. Alright, let's see if we have our stone processing plant. Alright. Oh, where's our trigger? Over here. Just want to make sure we have no like 110 errors or anything. Alright. Stone processing, perfect. So our first one is lime. So we have stone, diesel, water to lime and gold, limestone and gold, gypsum and gold, calcium carbonate and gold. So let's get some stone, water, and diesel in here. So where's my trailer? This guy. Let's grab what little bit of stone we have and we'll cheat some more in. Alright, stone. And I'm going to throw some more in just because I want to give this factory a really good test. So let's grab some more stone. And let's get them in here. So again, this will not be an external mod. It'll be built into the map, but you should be able to put your own down. We're going to build one into the map, but you should be able to also put more of your own down. Let's grab this guy. So he already has some diesel in it. Let's just top it off. And let's get some diesel over to the other factory. Diesel. We'll get some water in here. We'll check our log, make sure we have no errors. That should be enough for testing. Let's grab some water. Get that in here. That should be fine for testing. We're not using that much water and diesel. Oh, looks like I got to put collisions on that building. Are we collisionless? Can I walk through the building? I can, so we got to go in and activate the collisions on this building. Did I put the collisions on this building? Yeah, so we cannot walk through this building. I cannot walk through this building. We got to put collisions on this building. Alright, so we got to fix this. Alright, well, let's activate this. So let's activate lime, let's activate limestone, let's activate gypsum, let's activate calcium carbonate. Let us, so we are making it awesome. Now, gold's going to be a problem. Because it's going to take a bunch to get a pallet of gold, and I can't remember what the gold pallet is set at. I forget how many liters the gold pallet is set at. I may have to redo it. I think it may be 4,000 liters. We may have to bring gold down to like 500 or something like that. Or we're never going to get a pallet of gold. Alright, let's do a quick save. Let's look at the gold pallet real quick. And let's get the collisions fixed. And check the log. Alright, so let's go to the log first. Make sure we are still error-free. I have a warning. Store type, fill type, wood chips not used as an output. Did I forget to take wood chips out? Stone processing. I don't see wood chips listed in here anywhere. Stone, water, diesel, lime, limestone. What? Stone processing plant, storage, fill type, wood chips not used as a production. Where did I forget wood chips? Let's go up to the top. Control find wood. Oh, right there. Well, we have to store everything. Okay, we have to store stone, water, diesel, lime, limestone, gypsum. I have to store calcium carbonate, and I have to store gold. Alright, stone, water, diesel, lime, limestone, gypsum, calcium carbonate, gold. Okay, so we fixed that issue. Double check the log. Alright, so that should be fixed. Let's open up stone processing. And let's get the collisions fixed. So this building apparently has no collisions on it. Let's throw a rigid body on it. And it should be static. Let's save that. Let's see if that fixes the collision when we go back in game. And then let's check our pallets, our gold pallet. What are you set at? You're at 1,000 liters. It's going to take forever to get a gold pallet full. Let's take it down to 500. 500 liters of gold in a box. Should be fine. MJ Neverland, thank you for the host. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so that should, let's jump back in here and see if the collisions are on. It's going to take us forever to get a gold pallet. We may have to throw some more stone in here. Or we may have to up the gold a little bit. We'll see. Let's jump back in here. Hello, old man. Good, thanks. Yes, I am. Things are starting to, started off rough, but things are starting to get a little bit better. The ice house gave me all kind of fits. I spent about probably 6 hours on the ice house. Alright, so let's jump back over here. Alright, stone processing. Did we get the collision on here? I did. So we can no longer... Oh, no, collisions are still not fixed. Alright, so we got to go back and figure why we have no collisions. We are starting to get product. Let's throw some more stone in here and just roll the night. And get out of darkness into daylight. So let's grab some more stones. And let's get some more stone in here. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. Let's get rid of this small trailer. Let me grab my store delivery mod. Let's grab this guy. I want to increase the capacity. No, I'm still not 100%. My incisions are still bothering me more than anything. But at least I'm able to sit in the desk chair without being in too much pain. So the swelling's still going down, the incisions still hurt a little bit. But feeling much better. Yesterday and today is definitely much better. I'm almost completely off the pain medication. I took myself off the narcotics like 2 days ago that they gave me. I'm down to just Advil and Tylenol. I'm trying to get myself weaned off of that. But the incisions still hurt. Alright, let's get a bunch of stone in here. And then we'll roll the night. We'll see if we can pop out a gold pallet. We may have to throw a little bit more water and diesel in here. But yeah, getting stronger each day. So make sure we have a ton of stone so we can sleep tonight, or we can roll through the night. And then hope we have enough diesel and water. I don't want to put any more in. We're going to have to trash this save soon anyway. Alright, I just want to get a gold pallet out of here first. We're not going to get a gold pallet until we hit 500 liters. So let's go 360. Oh, that is not a gold pallet. Oh, those, okay. Problem. Alright, problem. I need to change. I gotta change the lime. I gotta change because the lime, because the base game has lime pallets, it's not gonna give me bulk lime. Because it reads off of the fill type XML. Crap. So it's going to give me pallets instead of bulk. So let's go to our... So how do I want to do this? Let's find lime. Lime is reading off of a big bag. I want to change lime to bulk. Let's try this. Let me turn the palette off. Let's turn the palette off. And make sure we have lime in our bulk goods. So I need lime in here. I do have lime in there. Alright, so that should take care of lime. Let's go back to our fill types. I don't want pallets of lime, I want bulk lime. So that's, come back up top. Let's find lime again. So I turned pallets off, so now lime should only be bulk. Let's find limestone. Limestone is bulk. Gypsum is bulk. Calcium carbonate is bulk. And then gold is the pallets. This should work properly now. So let's try that again. It was so much easier in 19. I hate the factory script for 22. So in 19, I could tell it whether to spawn bulk or a pallet, and I didn't have to mess with the fill type XML. In 22, everything runs off of the fill type XML. So let's try that again. Let's dump this trailer off. Let me grab my store delivery mod. Let's grab 2 million liters of stone. Oh, not that one. This one. Let's grab this guy. And hopefully we won't get lime pallets this time. I can get bulk lime. Let me just make sure that's not going to throw any errors now. Back to the log for a minute. Now we're also going to need to see if we can still buy lime pallets in the store. Make sure I didn't mess up our lime pallets. But for now, let's test the factory. Oh, now let's test the factory first. Stone. Stone. Let's get you dumped back in here. The only pallets I should get now are gold. So So let's get you filled back up with stone. And I'll probably just top off the water into diesel because I want to roll through the night. I want to make sure this works before we build one into the map. And then we're going to have to figure out the production rates after we get testing. We'll probably be adjusting production rates on all the factories, because right now I'm just guessing at the production rates. So that's about 1 million liters of stone. I got to fix the collisions on this darn building. How much water and diesel do we have? Let's see if that's going to get us through the night. Let's go back up to 360 speed, and I should not see, I'm still getting lime pallets. Damn it. Why am I getting lime pallets? Yeah, I should not be getting lime pallets. I took lime pallets out of the map, and the lime should now be bulk. It's so frustrating. Why am I getting lime pallets? Let's go back to our fill type. Let's go find lime again. Lime. I turned pallets off, so lime should now only be bulk. Let's go down to the bottom. And where is... Let's come over here. Let me highlight lime. Where the heck was lime? I'm blind. Lime. So I have lime in bulk. We have lime in loading vehicle. We have lime in the farm silo. We have product. There shouldn't be any lime in this category. It shouldn't be under. Let's do this the hard way. Let's go to Ricci's Creek. Let's go find me lime in every instance in the map. So we have it in fill types, we have it in stone processing, we have it in density heights, and we have it in field ground. I'm not showing any lime pallets in the map. Why is it giving me lime in a pallet? And not bulk? Because maybe I need a new save game. That change may not work with an existing save. Yeah, I'm not showing any lime pallets in the map. All of my lime should now be bulk only. Loading vehicle lime. We turned the pallet off. Show on price table, 100 liters short. Mass per liter. Mass physicals, that's the same. Price per liter. Because lime should now be the same as coal, which should be bulk only. So $100 short is the same as coal. Let me get rid of this line. So lime should not be dispensing out in a pallet. Lime should be dispensing out in bulk. Now, if I can't fix it, I'll take lime out of the factory. Why is it working? Hold on, let me look at something else. So we have well, let me go to my external hard drive a second. We have lime production. So we have our placeable lime production. This is working properly. This is giving me lime. Now the problem is, I may have to take gold, the pallet, out of the... In order for me to get bulk lime, I may have to take the gold pallet out and tell the factory not to produce pallets. Because my placeable lime production is giving me bulk. Let me try a new save game, and if that doesn't work, I'm going to have to take gold out of the processing plant and get rid of the pallet spawners. That's the only other thing I can think of. Because my map, fill type XML, is now telling the game not to produce lime on a pallet. It's telling it to produce bulk only. Let's try a new save game. And if I still get pallets, I'm going to take gold out of the plant, get rid of the pallet spawners, make it bulk only, and then we'll do a placeable gold wash plant instead. Alright, so let me grab a little bit of speed. Let's grab a little bit of cash. If I haven't told you by now, I hate the factory script for 22. With a passion. Alright, let's grab store delivery mod. Let's throw it out here. Alright, store delivery mod. We are going to need tractor. I'm going to bump up the engine. I'm going to need a trailer. Let's bump up the capacity. Let's grab ourselves a truck. Bump up the engine, what the heck. And I cannot remember where my tanker is. Is it miscellaneous? No. I think it's under animals. This guy. Alright, let's throw some water diesel in there. If it still dispenses lime on the pallet, the only fix I have is to remove the pallet spawner, which means I have to remove the gold. But let's throw some water and diesel in here. The scripting is just so frustrating for 22. I really wish Giants would have went with the global company script that we used in 19. Let's throw some diesel in. Oh, it's not F11 and 22. It's F12. I keep hitting the wrong one. Diesel. So I'm also going to try something else. We're going to put 2 factories down. I'm going to grab, where's my other placeable? For, where was it? Lime production. I got to fix that collision. Let's throw this one down. Now let's see what it needs. I think it's just stone. Yeah, this one's straight up stone to lime. So this one has water and diesel in it. Let's grab some stones. I gotta fix the collision. Let's get this guy out the trigger. Let's grab some stone. Throw a little bit in this factory. Throw a little bit in each factory. I may have to get rid of the pallet spawner out of the other factory. Alright, that should be enough right there. Let's top this back off. Stone. Let's throw some stone in the other factory. This should be the last basic factor we have to work out. We just have to finish the map now and get fishing working. It won't take long, a couple days now, just to finish the map up. Probably 5 to 7 days to completely finish the map. Once we get stone processing working and I get the rest of the map done. It's only fishing, sell points, and snow mask left. And then probably a week, the map, and then probably 7 to 10 days to have the map ready for testing. Alright, so let's get this guy out of the trigger. Now let's activate this guy. And then let's activate this guy. I'm going to activate all of them. Lime, limestone, gypsum, calcium carbonate. Now, is it going to give me lime on pallets, or is it going to give me lime bulk? It's going to give me lime on pallets. That is so frustrating. I should not be getting... I'm going to have to turn gold off. And I'm going to have to get the pallet spawners out of here, because this one should be giving me bulk lime. Let's empty this trailer. How can I empty this trailer? I don't think I have an empty button like I did in... Oh, there we go, none. So this is giving me bulk lime, because there's no pallet spawner built into the factory. I should be getting bulk lime, and I am. So let's empty that out. This factory is not going to give me lime because I have a pallet spawner in there, and I don't know why. Yeah, it's going to give me calcium carbonate. Come on, freaking camera snap. Get out of there. Freaking camera. Alright, let's turn you this way then, if it's going to be a pain in the ass that way. Alright, so that's going to give me calcium carbonate. Let's empty that. It's going to give me limestone. It's going to give me gypsum. It's going to give me lime only because it can't spawn any more pallets out. I can't get the factory to stop spawning lime pallets out. I'm going to have to take gold out of this factory and take the pallet spawners off. I could do bulk gold down the road, but it's not built into the map. So we can always add gold back in bulk. I just don't have it built into the map. That's the only way I know how to fix this. It's the only way we're going to be able to fix it. So let's go... Oh, well, let me fix the collisions first. Let's go placeables. Stone processing. See if we can get the collision working. Where is my visual? Yeah, let's go down to visuals. Serial factory. Let's turn the rigid body on there. Let's turn the rigid body on there. Let's turn the rigid body on there. I'm just going to go all out. Let's turn the rigid body on there. And there, and then hopefully we'll have collisions this time. So let's save that. Yeah, this sucks. I was really hoping to get gold out of this building. Well, so that means we build the gold wash plant today. So we have to take the pallet spawners out of this factory. So bam, gone. Save. So no more pallet spawners in the factory. Let's go to the XML. Let's go to stone processing. So now we're going to have to remove, let's remove gold. 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 And let's remove gold. And we have to remove pallet spawners. Let's turn that off. Turn them off there. And let's turn them off here. Let me look at something real quick. Yeah, because I have to be able to discharge lime here. I have to leave lime there, and I have to leave lime here. My fill types, we have to add lime back in as a pallet because I took it out. But it's still giving us pallets. Alright, let me do this real quick. Let's save that and close it. Let me open up my backup map from this morning. I want to fix lime back to where it was. So let me go into maps. Fill types. Let's find lime. I want to put this palette back in there. Let's put the palette back in there. Palette was under image. Did I put it in the right space? Palette is under image. Alright, so that's going to fix our lime. So now that we took it out of the factory, so the factory no longer has pallets. It's now bulk only. We lost gold, but that's fine. We can do a wash plant for gold. Let's see if this factory will work now without the gold pallets. The problem is if I leave the gold, never back down, if I leave the gold, if I leave a pallet spawner in the factory, it wants to spawn lime out on pallets. It will not spawn lime out as bulk. So I cannot get a gold pallet out of the stone processing plant, but we could add bulk gold in. I just don't have it in the map. I got to put all the fill types, fill planes, particle effects, and everything in the map to get bulk gold. So we can down the road. I could add gold back to the wash plant, or back to the stone processing plant. Is the collisions fixed? No. Why can't I get freaking collisions on this building to work? I have no idea why I can't get collisions on this building to work. So now I should have bulk lime and no pallets, but we lost our gold. Where's my... I just want to check the output real quick. Yeah, I just need to get the particle effects and everything. I'd rather do bulk gold than pallets anyway. Alright, so I'm going to call this done for now. I just can't get lime to stop spawning out as pallets. So, stone processing, done for now. Yeah, done for now. Make sure there's no more errors in the log. And we have Lua errors. Good Lord. Why do we have Lua errors now? All I did was take out a spawner. We have a closure issue. Line 263. I have no line 263. Today's one of those days where nothing's going to go right the first time. Fail to find child 7. So 0, 7, and 1. Oh, this one. Alright, let's just take the pallet spawners out completely. We'll save that. We'll take this pallet spawners out here completely. We'll save that. That should make the errors go away. Fill type gold is not supported by storage. I thought I took all of gold out of here. Did I miss gold somewhere? Control find gold. No, there's no gold left in there. How are you telling me that it cannot store gold? I took all of the gold out. Let's give that another quick test then. Make sure those errors go away. Yeah, we'll do a wash plant and we'll get our gold. It's just frustrating. Because in 19, I could tell the factory itself, the factory XML, I can tell it whether I wanted bulk or pallets or both. Can't do that with 22. Because the factory doesn't read what fill type. In 22, it just tells it the fill type. So the fill type reads off of the fill type XML. And since the base game has lime on bags, I cannot make my map not do lime on bags. I cannot make my map do bulk only. So let's make sure this factory's running. Alright, let's... Now, did this get rid of the errors in the log? Warning, yeah, Jesus. It's going to be one of those days where nothing goes right the first 6 tries. Shouldn't have anything left in the way of freaking pallets in the map. And it's still telling me fill type gold is not supported by storage, which I took gold out of the XML. Because now I have a corrupt save game. Because it used to have gold and they took it out. So it was still storing gold. So my save game 6 is now corrupt. So we're going to have to trash that save. But it's telling me it's missing the trigger node. Missing trigger marker node, and it's also telling me that it cannot support gold. I'm going to test that again on a new save. So I'm going to have to trash save game 6. But it's also telling me it's not finding the pallet spawn area. Let's give this a test on a new save real quick and see if we're getting any errors. And then I'm going to get out of here for lunch. So save game 6 we're going to have to trash. So I took gold out of the factory after it was running. And after gold was saved in my save game. Alright, so before I place that factory down, oh come on, I'm stuck on the porch. Before I place the factory down, let's check the log. Alright, so there's no errors before I put the factory down. So let's grab some cash. Let's grab the factory. I knew that save game wasn't going to last forever. I was just hoping. Now, do we have the errors in the log, or is my save game corrupt? Well, now we still have errors in the log. But it's not telling me I have gold anymore. Warning stripe pallet area not found. Missing trigger node for placeable trigger marker. Why? I took all of the pallet spawners out of the factory. Shouldn't be any missing nodes. Eloise 50, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. It's a very frustrating day in the build because nothing is going right the first time. So let's come back into stone processing. What's it telling me it's missing? Missing trigger marker for placeable trigger marker. Missing trigger marker node. Warning stripes, index not found, warning stripes, palette spawn. Let's come back up top. Let's go control find palette. Make sure I got everything out of, oh, right there. Warning stripes. Let's get rid of that. Let's go control find again, palette. That's the only one left. Okay. So that should take care of the warning for... So that should take care of that error, which is the warning for the palette stripe error. This warning, missing trigger marker node, I think that goes with that error. I think this one goes with this error. Alright, let's try that again. So we know save game 6 is corrupt. I'm just going to delete it. So save game 6 is now corrupt because I made so many changes to it. So let's just get rid of it. Start a new save. And let's see if we can get the errors out of stone processing. Because all the factories we built yesterday we know work. So we know the mill works, we know the oil well works, we know that the refinery works, we know that the ice house works, we know that the stone pit works. We just got to get the rest of the errors out of stone processing, and the freaking collisions are still not on. You know what, let's get out of here. Let's go look at those collisions again. I don't want you to start. Quit. Let's go back into stone processing. Why am I not getting working collisions? Let's come down to... Let's come back down to our visuals. So you are the serial factory. Rigid body's turned on there. Rigid body is turned on there. Rigid body is turned on there. Rigid body is turned on there. Let's turn rigid body on there. And then let's come down to here. Let's turn rigid body's turned on there. Let's turn rigid body on there. And let's save that. Let's see if we have our collisions fixed that time. Let's reload a new save. Once we get this worked out, then after lunch we can build a wash plant. Which will give us an excuse to get more clean fill. So we have to add, I want to add clean fill to the mines. And we're going to add clean fill, oh, we're going to add clean fill to stone processing. And I want to add clean fill to the mine. So after lunch, we got some work to do adding clean fill in. Let's grab some cash again. And let's try putting our stone processing plant down again. Now, do I have collisions this time? Yes, we got working collisions this time. So we got one thing fixed. Did we get the errors out of the log? No, we still have errors in the log. Warning stripes, palette area, spawn area not found. Why? There's nothing left in the freaking factory. There's nothing left for warning stripes in the factory. Why are you telling me that it's not loading? Index not found, warning stripes, pallet spawn area. There's nothing left in here in the way of pallet spawn. Control find pallet. Nothing. Control find warning. Nothing. There's nothing. This shouldn't be throwing any freaking errors. Trigger markers. Control find, Control V, trigger markers. What trigger markers are telling me it's missing? Trigger marker, warning stripes, pallet spawn area. There's no warning stripes left in the XML. There are no warning stripes left in the XML. And if it wants warning stripes, I'll give it warning stripes. I'll make them invisible. We have our marker. Let's pull the factory back open. So we have our 3 markers. We have our marker loading. We have our marker loading. So that one's in there, and it's defined in the i3D, and it's i3D mapped properly. We have our marker unloading. We have our marker unloading. We have our marker unloading, it's mapped properly. We have our, what's our last one? Player marker. We have our player marker. 0 and 008. We have our player marker. We have our player marker. It's mapped properly. There are no warning stripes. I don't know why it's telling me it's missing warning stripes when it doesn't have any warning stripes to spawn into the game. Let's do it the hard way. Let's go File, Import. Let's bring in... Let's make it cheat. Let's make it things that's going to spawn warning stripes in. Mods, Ricci Creek, placeables, give me Mammoth Mill. We're going to open up Mammoth Mill. We're going to grab the pallet spawner back again. Let's go Edit, Cut, and oh crap. Hang on, let me do that again. Let's open up Stone Processing. I'm going to make it thinks it's going to spawn warning stripes in, but I'm going to make them invisible. Let me create a plane to work on. Let's go File, Import. Let's bring in Mammoth Mill. I'm going to take the pallet spawner. Let's go Edit, Cut, and Paste. Come on. So we have our pallet spawner in here. So let's delete out the mill. So now we have our pallet spawner in here. So it's telling me, what's the log telling me? Log is telling me that it's warning stripes pallet spawn area index is not found. Okay. So let's come back to the mill. Let's come back to the mill. Where's Mammoth Mill? Let's take our pallet spawner, put it back in here. Where's it under? It's above storage. Let's put our pallet spawner back in here. But there's no warning stripe here. I don't get it. It's telling me that it can't find the warning stripe pallet spawn area. Warning stripe for the pallet spawn area. So look, do I need to just leave that in there? Let me get rid of this. Let's get rid of the second one. Let's get rid of the spawner itself. So all I have left is the warning stripe for the pallet spawn area. I'm going to hide it inside the building. So if I come to our Mammoth Mill, I shouldn't need any of this pallet spawner. But I should need a... Oh crap, this is the Mammoth Mill. This is the wrong one. Wrong factory. I'm hoping I just didn't mess the mill up. Stone processing. You're the one I wanted to turn off. So I shouldn't need anything from the pallet spawner. The only thing I should need is the warning stripe. So where's my warning stripe pallet spawn area? Let's grab this command. Let's move it over to stone processing. Right there. It's trying to load it and it's not there. That's the problem. Oh, that's the mill. I did it again. I'm messing with the wrong XML. Let's go back to stone. Let's copy this. Let's go back over here. Is that command? Yeah, it's not in here. Warning stripe pallet spawn area. Warning stripe pallet spawn area. Let's grab the map it. Alright. I put it back in so that the game now thinks I should have a warning stripe. Let's see if that error goes away. And I got to put the Mammoth Mill down to make sure I didn't mess Mammoth Mill up. So I accidentally made a change to the XML. Which I have a backup copy, because I made a backup of the map this morning. In case I mess something up today, to have a backup to put in. Am I going to get a warning stripe error now? Alright, let's grab some cash. Why do I keep getting stuck on the damn porch? Let's grab some cash. Let's see if we get another error. Stone processing. And I also want to put, I also want to put the mill down because I messed the mill up. So let's throw Mammoth Mill back down and make sure I didn't mess it up. Make sure it's not throwing any errors. What are my chances of this error being out of the log? Yeah, I just had to trick the factory into thinking it needed the warning stripes when it actually doesn't. That is so weird. I hate the factory script for 22. Alright, so you should not be throwing any errors. Our mill should not be throwing any errors. Let's just cheat a couple things in to make sure we're good. We're completely error-free, and then I'm going to break for lunch. So let's grab ourselves a tractor. Let's throw a front loader on it just in case. Let's grab ourselves the front loader. Let's grab ourselves the pallet forks. Oh. Let's grab ourselves the trailer. And let's just make sure we're not going to throw any errors. And then we'll build a wash plant after lunch. We'll get our gold back. Until I could build bulk gold into the map. And then we'll add bulk gold back to stone processing. Alright, let's grab some... Oh, it's not F11, old man, it's F12. Let's grab some stone. I gotta get Papa Smurf to turn up the unload speed on this trailer. It's unloading way too slow. I'll go in and do it myself, and I'll let him know next time he updates his pack to up the unload speed a little bit. That should be enough for testing. Let's throw some wood chips, coal, and ore in the mill. Make sure I didn't mess the mill up. Alright, so let's go empty. Give me some ore. And I don't need much, I just want to test it. Give me some coal. That should be fine. Give me some wood chips. And then we also need a truck and a tanker, because I got to get water and diesel. That should be enough for testing. Let's get this out of the trigger. Alright, so let's grab some water and diesel. Let's get stone processing filled. Yeah, I'm definitely getting hungry. Maybe we'll have better luck after lunch with getting shit right the first time. Alright, that should be enough for testing. That was diesel. Let's grab some water. And then I remember I got to add clean fill to stone processing after lunch. I got to remember to do that. Let's get this guy out of the triggers. Alright, so let's turn this fact. Let's activate this guy. So I want to make lime. I want to make limestone. I want to make gypsum. I want to make calcium carbonate. Do your thing. I want to come over here. Let's turn on. I don't need planks. I want to make sure we can make drill pipes. I want to make sure we can make sacks. What the heck? Let's just throw planks on there for the hell of it. So right now this is making planks, drill pipe, and sacks, but we're going to add more to this factory. Let's forward an hour, get ourselves an hour or so. Now the production rates and speeds I still have to mess around with. Oh, it's not going to make sacks because we don't have any plastic. But that's alright. It's making drill pipe. Now, we should have... We have lime, we have limestone, we have gypsum, we have calcium carbonate. Let's empty this guy out. Alright, so we're going to get limestone, we're going to get calcium carbonate, we're going to get lime, we're going to get gypsum. Awesome. So, let's get out of here. Let's do a quick save. I want to add clean fill to this really quick before I forget. So we need clean fill for fish process to make earthworms. So I'm going to add clean fill to this really quick, and then I'll add clean fill to the mines after lunch, but we could test this real quick. Alright, so let's jump into here. Stone processing. Let's add... Alright, so we're going to make... Let's add another output here. So I want to get a little bit of clean fill out of here as well. Let's go like 10% on the clean fill. Let's add it to here. Let's add it to here. Let's add it to here. And then I have to be able to dispense clean fill. I have to store clean fill. And I have to store clean fill. So we should now be getting a little bit of clean fill as well. Let's jump in here real quick. Because after lunch I want to focus on the gold wash plant. So I should be getting, let me turn my speed up. I should be getting clean fill now as well. Yeah, so it's going to start making a little bit of clean fill. So we're going to need clean fill for earthworms. So where's my tractor? Let's make sure we can get clean fill out of here. Start filling, limestone, clean fill, awesome. So we got clean fill added here. All right, a couple things really quick and I'm going to grab lunch. So make sure our log is still clean. Okay, so no errors in the log, awesome. So we're done with Mammoth Mill, we're done with stone processing. I want to, before I grab lunch, let's go to placeables. I want to open up the coal mine. I want to open up the copper mine. I want to open up the gravel mine. I want to open up the ore mine. I want to open up the salt mine. I want to open up the sand mine. I want to open up the silt mine. I don't want to put them in the stone pit. Alright, so after lunch, that's just going to remind me. So after lunch, I want to add a little bit of, actually, what the heck, let's just do it now. We're here. Well, it'll take 5 minutes. I won't have to worry about it after lunch. So let's add clean fill. Let's add clean fill there, but we'll do like 10%. I have to add clean fill to the output. And we have to store clean fill. So I don't have to worry about this after lunch. And we could test them after lunch. Clean fill. Save that. So we're going to put water diesel in, we're going to get a coal out, we're going to get a little bit of clean fill out of the coal mine. And we're going to store it, and we're going to store it here. So that should be the coal mine done. So let's grab this command, copper mine. Let's add it here. We need to add it here. And I need to add it here. So let's save that. That should be the copper mine done. We have it as an output, we have it as an output, we have it as a storage. Okay, that should be the copper mine done. Gravel mine next. So gravel mine, I need to add it as an output. We need to add it as a discharge. And I need to add it as a storage. So let's save that. So gravel mine should be done. We have it as an output, we have it as an output, and we have it as a storage. So gravel mine should be done. Ore mine. Let's add it in as an output. We have to add it to the trigger. And then I have to add it as a storage. So let's grab it from here. And let's move it to here. So clean fill, 3 places, let's save that. So ore mine should be done. Let's come back up here, grab this command, salt mine. Let's get a little bit of clean fill out of the salt mine. We have to add it here. And then let me grab this command and move it to here. Save it. We should now have clean fill in 3 spaces. On here we do. So let's come back to here. Let's grab this command, move it to here. And now we need to add it to here. And then I need to add it under diesel. Grab this command, move it here. Close that, save it. Should have clean fill in 3 spots. On here we do. Let's come back to coal mine. Let's grab this command under silt. We need to add it to the trigger so it dispenses it. We need to add it to storage so it stores it. And let me save that. We should have clean fill in 3 spots. We do. Okay, so coal mine is saved, copper mine is saved, you're saved, you're saved, you're saved. Oh, we didn't save that one. So we save that one. And you're saved. All right, let's do another really quick test, and then it's lunchtime. And then I don't have to worry about it. Let's jump into save game 6. It should work with our existing save. Let me jump off the porch. Let me grab a little bit of speed so I'm walking a little bit faster. Let's teleport ourselves over to, where's our first mine? Where's Mining Mountain? It's all right, we'll go outside the mountain first. All right, silt mine. Oh my, oh crap, my freaking, all of my, son of a bitch. I added new product to the map and it messed all my mapping up. I'm going to have to redo all of the mining product. God damn it. I added new fill types to the map and it messed up my indexing for all the existing fill types. So I got to put all the mining material back in the map. Oh, that pisses me off. But you now have clean fill, so all of our mining material is going to be messed up. All of it. Coal mine. Yep, all of our mining material is going to be messed up. We're going to have to take every bit of it out of the map and put it back in. That pisses me off. But you now have clean fill. So I added a couple new fill types to the map and it messed up my indexing. So now all my mining material is fucked up. Yeah, all of our mining material is messed up. All my indexing is off. That pisses me off. That's going to be another day setback to get all of our indexing, all of this re-indexed. Our sand is messed up as well. So every bit of our mining material is now messed up. This is an entire day's work to take it out and put it, re-index and put it back in. Because I added new fill types yesterday. So now all of my tip to ground products are messed up now. That's a bunch of carrots though. Let's get out of here. I'm going to have to take all the mining product out of the map after lunch. It's not what I wanted to work on. And I'm going to have to re-index all of the mining materials. I didn't miss anything. I didn't change the order of anything though. Let's close all the mines. We know the mines are now fixed. Why is my indexing messed up now? Let's go look at, I know I want to get out of here for lunch. Let's look at Ricci Creek. Where's my density height? I didn't change anything here. I didn't move anything. We have our stone. We have our salt, we have our sand, we have our gravel, we have our ore, we have our coal, we have our silt. The only thing I added in I didn't change this folder. I didn't add anything to our density map height types. That hasn't been changed since 12/31. Why did my hold on. So I didn't make any adjustments to the density. I did adjust the fill types. let me see if my backup, where's my backup? Let me pull up this fill type a minute. I'm going to try something real quick. Maps, map, fill types. I moved stuff around so it would show up better on the prices menu. Let me find carrot. Alright, so on this map, it's below the sun. On my fill types over here, let's find carrot. Maybe I can fix this without having to redo all the mining without having to redo all of the mining. So on this map, I moved it below rice. So let's take carrot. Yeah, let's take carrot, rice, rye. What am I missing? Rice, millet, rye. Oh, those are my 4 new fill types. Carrot, rice, millet, rye. Let me copy those. I need to move them under sun. Let's find sun. Where's the sun? I used to be able to move these around in 19. So let's put them back under the sun. And now let's delete them from up top where they were. Or I moved them to. And let's see if that fixes my mining material. If not, I'm going to have to take it all back out after lunch and re-index and put it back in. So where are they? Up here? I got to take them off of up top. You make one little change and it throws everything off. Alright, so let's remove carrot from up here. Let's remove rice from up here. Let's remove millet from up here. And let's remove rye from up here. So we have seeds. We have sugarcane. Let's save that. Let's see if that's going to fix my indexing. Or if I'm going to have to spend an entire day taking the mining material out and putting it back in. Let's jump into a new save. I think I'm going to move the career start point off of the front porch and put it down on the ground in front of the house. Alright, let's grab a little bit of speed. Let's grab one of the mines. Yeah, no, are you back? Am I back? Hold on, I'm stuck on something. Oh, cool. I maybe have fixed it. So that's silt. I may have fixed the mining just by shuffling it back around. That's going to save me an entire day's work. So that's back to being silt. This one's awesome. So this one should be coal. Awesome. So I fixed it by moving, just by shuffling them around. It messed up the index. So this should be coal. Yep, you're the coal mine. So this one should be ore. Okay, so my ore is back. Yep, so our ore is back. So this is the ore mine. Oh, thank God, because I wasn't about to do an entire day's work over again. Alright, so you should be gravel. You are. You should be copper, and you are. So I know this is the copper mine. Yep, and then this one should be the salt mine. Because, let me show you why I made that change. And I didn't think it would mess up the mining, but it did. Yep, and now let's just make sure our sand is fixed. Let me show you why I made that change. Let me just check the sand. And our sand is back to being sand. Okay, so that's going to fix our mining. So if you go into the prices menu, we have all of our grain. So we have all of our crops first. The base game crops are listed first. It ends at sugarcane. And then at the very bottom, we have our new crops, which are the rye, the millet, the rice, and the carrot. In order for it to show up underneath the crops up here, I had to move them on the XML so they were in order. So I didn't like the fact that these 4 crops were all the way down here in the price list. To me, they need to be up here under sugarcane. So I changed them in the XML where they were listed. So if we go back to our XML, how they show up on the price list is how in the exact order you have them in the XML. Come on. There we go. So if we go back to our fill type XML, so I moved the new crops underneath sugarcane. And then I had all of our finished goods next. But by doing that, it moved my mining materials down in the list, and it messed up my indexing. So I know I can't move anything now in the price in the XML. So it's going to aggravate me that they're not going to be in order in the price list, but there's nothing I can do about that. But anyway, I'm going to throw, on that note, I'm going to throw y'all all on ending soon. I'm going to get my butt out of here for about an hour, hour and a half. After lunch, we'll work on a gold wash plant. Depending on how well that goes, I want to build a couple oil wells into the map, but you'll still have a placeable. I want to build a stone pit into the map, but you'll still have a placeable. I want to build stone processing into the map, but you'll also still have a placeable. And then that should take us to dinner time. So, appreciate everybody stopping in. Appreciate the bits and the new follows. Give me about an hour, hour and a half.